10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Muted. Okay. All right, here we go. Sorry, guys. First time back. Little rusty there. But we are now back to discuss from season 2, episode 1, Strangers in a Strange Land. I'm joined by my co-host today, Utaka from the Horror Hour. What's going on, man?
Not much. How are you all?
Good. Can't complain. Ready to break down this season 2. Cam, what we got going on, man? How you doing?
Man, you know me, always up to something with my hands in something. But excited to talk about this show. I've been missing it, so can't wait.
It's been a sleeper. What about you, Jay? What's going on? How you feeling about the show so far?
I'm digging it, man. I'm loving it. It's probably one of the best shows out there, honestly. And it's intense.
Definitely a sleeper hit. And last but not least, Desiree, I think you're muted, but what do you think about the show so far?
I thought it was a great way to start off season 2.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we have some different opinions. I know we were kind of talking backstage about what we think about the first start of the season, but I'm interested to get everybody's opinions of what we thought about season 2, episode 1. So you guys just want to jump into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So in this episode, in Sheriff Boyd's absence, Donna and Kenny struggle to manage the chaos of a busload of unwitting newcomers as they arrive in town, while Victor and Tabitha go on a chilling journey through the nightmarish labyrinth of tunnels beneath the town. So I guess you guys want to start at Victor and Tabitha going through the tunnel and how you guys felt about that sequence.
You want to go?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. First of all, those were two people that I'd never thought I'd see together. I thought Tabitha was like really creeped out by Victor, but it turns out that she actually has a heart. So that's great. But it was really scary for them to be going through the tunnels the way that they did. And how it first happened with Tabitha falling down into the tunnel was kind of weird. The first floor collapsed.
Yeah.
If you saw it. So I'm like, I don't know if it was a force of some sort or what, but I just felt like she was being too loud in those tunnels. He kept telling her to be quiet. It's enough for me if someone tells me that the creatures are down there sleeping. I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, she's lucky she didn't get got doing that.
Yeah.
No, she was hella loud down there. Hella loud, like Cindy in Scary Movie loud. Like, why are you screaming?
Exactly. What? The monsters are sleeping down here? Oh my God, no, we have to go. We have to go.
It's like, I just said that. Be quiet.
And then she was shushing so loud, like, shh. Like, your shushing is louder than you actually talking.
Exactly.
She was hella loud.
I felt like Victor was going to knock her out.
Victor should have been like Brenda. It's like, see ya.
Right.
Or hell, go to sleep.
It was a lot to take in, y'all. Like, I don't know, like, and okay, so what is up with the doll?
Oh yeah. The dummy.
What is up with the doll?
The ventriloquist dummy?
Yeah, what's up with that? It just keeps popping up. Do you think that meant anything for it to be in that tunnel? Is that like a spirit? Is it possessed? Like, what do you guys think that is?
It's out of place. It doesn't belong. We don't care. Let's move. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it.
Yes.
A ventriloquist dummy just randomly popping up. Then no.
It didn't make any sense. And then they had a bunch of like retro toys and stuff in the cave, and like the suitcase with the nightgown. It it was a lot going on. I'm trying to digest it and like break it down, but we've gotten so many more questions that it's piling on. I can't seem to. I'm starting to say, okay, Utaka, I'm starting to see what you were saying.
Mhm.
Kind of need a little bit more answer. Okay. I think I might be changing my opinion.
They're kind of. I don't want them to go down. Executive producers have lost, but I don't want them to go like too far down that route because I do want some answers. And that dummy was creepy as hell. Why
Yeah.
it was popping up, I don't
Yeah.
know, but I didn't want to get near it.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
African Grace said Victor was very scared of that doll. Yeah, that doll, like, because he's been there the longest, and for that doll to freak him out, something had to have happened. That doll has to have some kind of significance or for him to freak out like that.
Like,
Yeah.
what started this? Who started this? That's where my brain, because now I'm going past, okay, it didn't just pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Whose doll was that? Where did the doll come from? The symbol. Somebody did something in this place
Yeah,
to
and
keep
who's
us
pulling
all
the
here.
strings, right?
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
pulling the strings behind that doll? It gave me Slappy the Dummy vibes from Goosebumps.
Yeah, exactly.
It
That's
did.
exactly what I thought of.
Yeah.
thinking
It did.
too.
I couldn't put my finger on it.
That episode was messed up too, but yeah,
Really
like
good.
that. Ooh. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
So I want to know. So are they? And they're all dressed in like the clothes and the diner uniforms, and there's luggage and suitcases and toys and TVs and clocks. What are they doing in there?
Again, we still don't know really
We don't know.
where they're at,
Yeah.
but I do like the idea that's just really a collection of everything kind of that's been going on since. And I mean, we do know that these monsters or whatever they are can take whatever form, change. Like, so, you know,
Yeah.
not.
And I mean, they're hunting. These might be
True.
trophies. I mean,
Ooh, I didn't think of that. That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
think
they're
about
like collectibles or memorabilia of some sort, or mementos. I'm sorry, mementos.
Mementos.
Of some sort. There was a lot of children's toys.
a lot. They ate a lot of kids.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah. But
RJ's like,
nah,
nah,
Bill,
man.
kid, you good. Doesn't phase me.
I still remember that season 1, episode 1. You know what? She let him in. That's on her.
Yep.
Yep.
And I thought about y'all when that happened. I said, y'all see why I don't like kids? They're always doing stuff. You see, she had one job: leave the window closed. She know that wasn't her grandmother.
I never knew you didn't like kids, RJ.
No, I absolutely cannot.
Don't you remember the twins, the WandaVision twins? Nah, you know.
Not the WandaVision twins.
Leave them
I'm a
alone.
damn nerd.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I don't know. I the whole labyrinth and the maze and the monsters waking up, the ventriloquist dummy, that whole kind of like sequence, and so they were in the tunnel beneath the town. So I'm curious now. I want to know how far do those tunnels and those caves reach? Like, is it just under the town? Is it the surrounding woods? What more is out there?
I just had a thought. Y'all
Yeah.
know how my brain works. Did something was in that town and somebody banished it. Somebody closed that town off.
You
And
it's
for
like
the
a
sake of
punishment?
whatever's in there getting out, it's like a spell or something. The town is closed off. It's segregated. It's
Okay.
in quarantine. So I'm wondering, like, was this done as a safety precaution to keep whatever the things are in that area? And as a result, can nobody else leave? I don't know. But just a random thought.
She had it coming, Shayna. But
I mean, it could be why Jade keeps seeing all these weird symbols.
Yeah.
and
Talismans,
it could be meant,
protection.
like you said, it could be meant to lock something in, and maybe they just so happen to be traveling into something that they can't get out of.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not worried
It's like a
about
one-way spell.
the people going in. We're worried about what could possibly come out. That's how I look at it.
Okay.
But who
And
did
as far as those symbols, like, why is it just Jade and Victor so far, I believe, right? Who see those
Yeah.
symbols?
Has Sarah seen them, or was she just going crazy with the writing in the arm? I don't believe Sarah's seen the symbols yet.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Y'all know my brain goes everywhere. Y'all are just like putting all these dots here, and my brain's like,
It's a lot.
like
It's a lot.
it's because like back in the day they called like gay people two spirited. You have a different
Yeah.
sight than people who are autistic or have a learning. They see
Yeah.
things differently. Maybe that's why they can see it and other people can't. Who knows? That's why I love this show. There's so much to go off of.
That's interesting.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Alex? But I never thought about it. But that now you got me thinking about what are they trying? They may not necessarily be trying to keep them there. They're trying to keep the monsters from getting out, and that kind of adds a whole new layer to this. And speaking of layers, I want to move on to Boyd's whole story arc when he was in the whole episode. I have questions about it. Okay, so he went through the faraway tree, right? He ended up in the hole, called out to the man. The man is chained to the wall. Who the hell threw the rope down?
That is a good question that they did not answer.
Yeah. Because I'm not sure. So did he throw it with his feet? Like, who threw the rope with that
That
kind of
man probably
accuracy?
can't even raise his arms. There's so much
Yeah,
aperture. He gonna break if you try to move him.
I don't know. He helped him somehow. He said, "I can help you," right?
But then, okay, so his arms were in the thing, right?
In the
His
shackles,
arms
yeah.
were so skinny that he could have just pulled himself out of the thing. It's sort of like when SpongeBob and Plankton be in jail. It's like, why didn't you just squeeze through the bar? Like, it didn't make any sense. He's frail, and the things were literally like so big around his arm. Like, why didn't you just like pull your arm out of there?
I mean, he also looked very malnourished. So
Yeah, he
Very
can't
much.
move without breaking something. I'm sorry, that sounds rude. I'm sorry.
No, he really like. I mean, he could have been a young person, but he looked like he had AARP like knocking at the door.
Yeah.
He reminded me of the knight in The Last Crusade, the Indiana Jones, the one that's been there except,
Good reference.
like you said, malnourished. But
Yeah.
The dude from Hunchback of Notre Dame. I'm free. I'm free.
But it was weird, like he was climbing up the hole, and then he asked him so who do you think the guy is that is holding him captive? Because he said you have to hurry before he comes back. What's going on here?
Now
Is
that
it
I
a
don't
ghost? It is
know.
a demon, or do you think it's one of the monsters, or you think it's something else? What do you think it is, Jay?
I think it's a person. I don't think yeah, there's demonic presences, but I think it's really a person because I think there was a curse way before everyone came to the town. That's when Cam mentioned they shut it off, quarantined it, and people keep getting stuck, and that's why we see those bodies down there. So it's like, but I feel like a curse was set all before that.
Nope.
Do I know what kind of curse? No. Do I want to know? Yeah.
Yeah. So you think it's a person. So I think that would make a lot of sense in a way, because maybe this person is responsible for keeping those monsters in there, and maybe that's why he's holding the guy captive. I don't know. Maybe the guy's trying to like break free or something like that. Maybe that's who
I
they
don't
angered
know.
when they built
You
the
gotta
tower.
be careful. You gotta be careful here. We don't know that man. He could be the bad one. He could be behind all this, trying to steal my Bujana. Like, I don't know him.
I mean, there was something wrong when he had like all the like worms and whatnot.
Yeah. I forgot to put that in the notes. Yeah, he bit him in something and transferred whatever he had to him. This is the same thing Sarah was going through, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't get
Who
like
knows?
Boyd in that tunnel. I was so mad. I just wanted to knock him in his neck because it's like, you know where you are. Why are you entertaining these hallucinations, bro? You know where you are. Like,
Yeah. When he heard his son's voice saying we were supposed to start the boat or something like that, it was weird.
Yeah. Did it
Yeah.
seem like he kind of time traveled? I don't know. There's something with time. It looked kind of just the building itself looked very medieval, I guess.
Mm.
I don't know.
Maybe it was the chains.
Yeah, and then the guy said something about the guy that was chained up or shackled up. He was like, "Oh, you have a gun. That's different than the types of guns I've seen," or something to that effect. Remember he said that.
He
I'm like,
did say
"Okay,
that.
fine." I
yeah.
don't know.
Wait a
How
minute,
long has he
Deborah.
been
Hold
down
on
there?
Hey,
now.
I'm
Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay.
on to something.
Yeah, you might be
Yeah,
on.
you there. You got something there.
I'm trying.
It's a lot. It's the show is so detailed and like mysterious, and it adds on questions without giving you any kind of answers. And right when you think you've kind of like hit on something, Desiree points out something, and it kind of like just blows your whole theory. So now I'm like, I thought it was Norse magic. Now I think it's time travel. So I don't know what to think now.
It could be all of the above at this point.
At
Like
the-
that, and that's what's good about this show. You don't know what you're working off your imagination. You're compiling every visual memory, everything you've ever heard, everything you've ever seen, and you're trying to make sense of what's happening because this
Yeah.
is some goofy stuff. Like you're not equipped to deal with it. So
Yeah.
you're really
I'm not
drawing
equipped to
conclusions.
deal with
Because again, if I come up from that well and I see that man there and he's like, I need you to kill me, I'm like, why? Like, are you holding the curse? If I kill you, is it going to unleash the evil? I'm going to sit on that for a little bit. You
Listen,
know what I
I
mean?
would've-
Y'all are way too nice.
I
I'm
would've
like,
jumped.
okay. How? Thanks.
No.
Mm-mm.
I absolutely would have jumped back down head first. Like I'm not doing this.
At
Nah.
first.
I'm not.
Way too nice.
Like
Well, I mean, he got him out of the well, which again, I love the faraway tree because you don't know where it's gonna spit you out. And I mean, I still remember that in the first season when he tosses something and you see something fall. He's lucky that didn't happen.
yeah. Yeah.
I would have laughed, but
Yeah.
different type of movie then, or show.
I don't know for me. And I asked this question to Catalina and Eion when we were doing the interview for season 2. Check that out. It's on the Horror Hour. Thanks to you, Taka. But I asked them like, what would they do in this situation? Would they fight to like find out the truth and escape, or would they just give up? And they both said they would fight. I don't know if I have that in me to be going through what these people are going through and still have to fight. Y'all just gonna have to kill me. I can't do it. I don't have that fight in me. I don't want to live that bad.
I'm torn because look, they're not paying taxes. They don't have
Right.
bills. No social media.
Unlimited
Like,
electricity.
all you gotta do is put up a little charm and you're good to go.
Yeah, I feel you. The thing that complicates that, though, is people. People are so unpredictable. I could be fine if everybody just followed the damn rules, but we know that's not going to happen. So that's the complication that is probably more disturbing than the whole monster stuff to me. Like, people are just unpredictable and they're corruptible. So
Yeah.
Throughout the whole
It's
map.
I
like the
agree,
Walking Dead.
African Gray.
They said throughout the whole Matthews film, especially the daughter. She kind of
She gets on my
nerves.
last good nerve.
She's a little dramatic. For
That
me.
whole thing had me yelling at the TV, like, are y'all kidding me? Like, let's go.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I rock with the dad. It's just the rest of them. They really annoy me.
I don't know. I mean,
they
I
get
think,
it.
well, Tabitha, I think she's growing on me because I think she's starting to, I wouldn't say I don't want to say complacent, but she's trying to actually figure out, like, she's not like in the beginning where she's just like, I don't know, I guess. And then she started to mess around. Well, then kind of got her in some, trouble, but I like that she's doing something, whereas her daughter is a little brat. Let's just put it out there. Little brat.
Yeah, when she chose Colony House, that would have been it for me.
I don't know. I would have done that as a teenager, but
I would
still,
too.
yeah.
I would.
Ignorant.
I need my space. I can't believe them. I know it stinks in there. I know it stinks.
Like ramen noodles and
You
corn
can't
chips.
tell me Colony House don't stink. Like, ain't no way they all washing. No way.
You're wrong for that.
Ain't no way they washing. So, speaking of Colony House, let's get to the last little bit of like that whole thing. The bus of newcomers, Colony House, the Matthews house coming down.
All right, I'm just gonna say, Elgin's pissing me off because honestly, I was feeling that guy. It's like, what, you threw up on my shirt, then you had a seizure, then I did feel bad for him. Then and then you don't talk. So those are 3 strikes in a row. That's amazing. You did that so fast.
CJ, no.
And
We need him. Obviously he's important for something. He automatically had like the natural reaction to the unnatural BS that's happening in this town. We need him. He's gonna be able to see something we need.
On my shirt. You had to see it.
Now,
Jay
I'll
with
give you
it.
the two
Jay
of those,
with it.
Jay, but he can't help that he had a seizure. Come on now.
No. That's why I said I did feel bad for him. That was fine. Yeah, no.
It's like
But
you're wrong.
Oh yeah, no. You can't. That's something that you can't help. But as far as like throwing up on somebody, I mean, you could have aimed to the left a little bit, hit the lady on the bus. But I mean, you had it aiming on me, so that I wasn't okay with. And this is not Elgin's first road trip here, so that's a problem.
Again, I'm saying that's that natural reaction to the unnaturalness that I'm telling you, people. If we pay attention to our bodies, man, we have everything we need to know when something ain't right. So him having a seizure is probably his body like, nah, we need to get out of here now. This isn't right.
I mean, I wasn't mad that he puked on that dude. That dude just comes off very
He was a douche.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like him either. But yeah, I mean, I'll be mad.
Yeah. But I think that seizure was, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't it connected to the house collapsing? It was happening all at once.
I think so, yeah.
He needs to talk.
That whole situation is just weird. Like, the house.
Yeah.
Because I thought I missed something. I had to go back a few times and be like, that's not structurally possible. How is this happening like this?
But it's supernatural. So that kind of throws all the laws of physics right out the window, And I believe that what Jay said and what Desiree said, I think there's a connection to angering the entity and bad things happening, like things falling down. The tower that angered the entity fell down. The house fell down. Elgin had a seizure. So I feel like whatever's going on right now is all connected. I just want to know, was it a dream? Has he been there before and he got out? Does he have some kind of link to the place, like a familial, like magic that his family locked the town up? I don't know what's going on. I'm super curious as to what Elgin's connection is with the place. I don't know.
I personally think he knew of what happened and got out of there at that time for a little bit, but then I don't know, somehow got out. I don't know. And then he tried to tell people, and then he went back. Maybe either, I don't know why he was on the bus, and maybe looking for some, or just going on another trip. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, so far the show does kind of like whenever you end up there, right? It's not that you have an actual choice. Once you see that tree and those crows, you're effed. So I don't know. He could have just been on that bus and they're like, we want you back, kind of like they're pulling him back to it. So
it's tough to say.
I'd be sick if I got out of there and ended right back there. I probably would have a seizure too. I'd be sick. I couldn't do it. Could you imagine escaping that? Because mind you, this had to be before talismans. So imagine playing death match hide and seek every night to get out of there, and now you're back. I'd be sick.
Do you think those talismans really work?
I mean, they're alive.
I don't.
I think they work about as much as you believe in them.
Ooh,
I think that's probably what gives it. That's the difference between it actually doing what it's supposed to do versus, again, coming back to the people are corruptible. And you put people in isolation, they're unpredictable. You add a supernatural force.
Yeah. I think they have trainer, just to answer your question, because I think that's how they got the talismans in the first place. They had to go deep into the forest to kind of find those talismans. But I don't know. I think also part of the whole colony house chaos was it what was his name? Jade? Damn.
Jade, my favorite.
I hate that man. When he went through Victor's room, and he was saying something about was it the kid that said there are good symbols and there are bad symbols. So I also think that adds a layer to everything too, with like, what is the difference between a good talisman and a bad talisman? How do you know the difference?
I think it goes back to what Cam said is what you put the faith you put in it, honestly, because I mean, I don't necessarily believe in some of that stuff, but also you're not going to see me mess around with some, Ouija board. Like, you just won't see me.
Right.
I don't believe in it, but I'm not going to touch it. And so I look at those talismans, it's like, as for Jade, like, going through his things and being cursed with seeing these symbols, he deserves it.
So he had it coming.
Jade pisses me off to no end.
Yeah, no, he really does though. Yeah,
I get he's smart, but he's such a jerk to everyone
about everything.
Isn't he from New York? I think he's from New York.
Isn't he?
They're nice New Yorkers. I'm not a New Yorker, but they're nice New Yorkers.
There's a characteristic to him.
New Yorker here, definitely. Yeah, he's an asshole. He's an asshole.
Well, Ethan got his head chopped off, and even I'm not a kid person, but ooh, that's true, Lady Geneva. Okay, he is very nice to the Korean mom.
He is, yeah.
But also, she you know what, Lady Geneva? I think it is Chinese. But either way, she puts Jade in his place.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
But I want to answer Lisa's question. I want you guys to kind of touch on Lisa's question. Do you think they're going to survive a night under the collapsed house? I think if they do, it'll be really, really tough. You got to think about it. There's no protection. There's no talisman. There's no seal. It's going to be rough.
Oh, that's right. They didn't hang up a talisman for them. They just hid.
Yeah, they hid.
Covered them as best as they could.
Yeah.
Man, I would hate to be them. I'd be like, no, get me now. Get me now.
Y'all going to have this house collapse even more on me. Y'all going to have to pull me out.
Yeah, I'm not staying.
I'm not claustrophobic, but let me just tell you, if that were, I'd be like, y'all can come get me now.
Yeah.
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 And that's the other part of this too. Whatever those things are, there's some sport to this. So guess where, if I'm one of those things, guess where I'm going to get my kicks that night? I'm going to mess with the people who can't move.
Yeah.
Or at least infect them so they can go back to the group and cause some mischief. You know what I mean? There's something. It's sinister. This thing is not just doing this for the heck of it. It's almost like a punishment. We're punishing you. That's the best I could say it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like a whole Left Behind thing. What did these people do?
The Good Place.
In this position? I don't know. It's
yeah. But what makes me go against that theory is because we don't get to know a lot about what went on before they got here. Had we seen that someone was a murderer, a rapist, or something like that, and we kind of would see why they're in this town, then I would kind of lean heavily towards that. But we really don't know much about them until they got here. So that's why I'm kind of that was my theory before. But I'm well, why aren't they explaining their past so that we could kind of put two and two together as to why they're here?
Yeah,
right.
I'm going to go with, I don't necessarily know supernatural, as I'm going to go a little bit more scientific or sci-fi, because one, how did Victor survive all these years, right? And also witness all these there's just something, I don't know, maybe there's something in the water. I don't know. I'm not going to say supernatural just yet because I need to see more, but so much that we're seeing from everybody's POV, I can't be sure if I know what's right just yet.
Yeah. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot. It's magic, it's demonic, it's evil, it's monsters. It at this point it really could be anything, and we'd be none the wiser. Your guess is as good as ours. I would not know. But let's talk about the bus of newcomers and this bus driver that is raising my blood pressure, man. And I get it. It sounds crazy, but just knowing what we know, knowing that it's a show, it kind of no, just listen, y'all all about to die. So how do you guys feel about the bus of newcomers and how Donna and the acting sheriff handled that? We'll start with Cam. How do you think they handled that?
That was probably the most frustrating thing I've ever seen in my life. My blood pressure was so high because there's so many things going on, but there's supposed to be somebody in charge to wrangle this, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? Y'all aren't even thinking through this, trying to take control of this situation. You got the people running amok, and they're gonna get people hurt, and then you got the house collapse. It's just kind of like, I understand we don't do this often, but there needs to be a better plan than this in place, or a better way to at least, like they were trying to do, get everyone inside in one place, and then at that point they can't leave, hold them captive. But then the other side of me is like, okay, let's keep the population down. Y'all want to stay outside, It's kind of like looking at that situation like, what are we doing here? This is getting goofy. What are we doing?
Oh God, that pissed me off every time she kept saying that. Emergency services is on the way.
And she kept saying it. It's like, we just told you there's no emergency services. Like, what are you, like, are you not listening?
Because okay, that was something that kind of frustrated me in the show though, because couldn't she have radioed somebody?
Very true. Very true.
And traumatized people make plans all the time. It's because they know what their triggers are and they know how to get through it. That's what I'm saying. Somebody needs to take a leadership. Our sheriff is gone. We've got the second-rate sheriff. We've got, I forgot her name, but she's a tough, strong personality. Like, we can do this. This shouldn't be this damn difficult.
But I want to touch on what Gigi said. It's one thing black people are going to do. We're going to do our job, and that's it. We ain't do no more, no less. We ain't getting tied up in none of this other stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with us. Get on the bus. I got somewhere to be. Black people, we don't play that. So I get where Gigi coming from. She doing her job and she getting off the clock. She got a deadline to meet. That's it. That's it.
I will say, I think maybe Donna didn't. Well, Kenny's not going to get a hold of anything because Kenny's just unraveling, I feel. But I think Donna was still, everything that happened at Colony House, that whole thing, because they are still just, from what was happening at the end of season 1. I just think she was just like, I've had it. Like, I just don't think she was like present. Yeah. And Kenny just wasn't stepping up.
I'm gonna have to agree because I think Kenny still is suffering from, his father, and he does not have the mindset to lead right now. And Donna, my favorite character, look, honestly, I think that was a little too much. I wouldn't have taken the shotgun and blasted that wheel. Because what I would have done would be like, okay, that's fine. If you want to leave, go ahead and take a lap and I'll see you in 5 minutes. And then she'll be like, oh, okay, well, I guess I ended up back in the same spot. Maybe, maybe not. Mm-hmm. But in a crisis like that, there's no need to pull out guns and start shooting for no reason. So I would just be like, go ahead. I'll see you in 5 minutes.
But it was getting close to dark. I don't think they would have. Yeah. And it's not like that bus is going to move very fast.
Exactly. So, like you said, keep the population down.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. That is fair.
But listen, this goes back
to what I said. With that.
This goes back to what I said when Yutaka and I did a review of episode 1 earlier today. My theory is that there has to be a certain amount of people in that town in order for it to function. Think about it. Episode 1, 3 people died, right? 3 people. Who comes into town? 3 more people. Colony House. Well, yeah, 5. But Colony House. Everybody dies. Bus load of people come in.
With one of them being connected to an original resident. Oops. Yeah. Not to get there yet, but that's not a coincidence either. Now I feel like this thing's got spider webs out.
I don't know. But what was so interesting about, the whole, with Donna pulling out the shotgun and making, it started to become more of a dictatorship in a way. I know it was getting dark, but it kind of comes into question of, do these people still, I don't know, something with freedom.
Yeah.
It kind of just stuck with me. I'm like, okay, are they holding them hostage at this point? Some people wanted to actually just leave. Some people didn't know what was going on. I know they wanted to save them, but it did make them look kind of bad. And I know that, in the end, when they find out that, we have monsters and stuff. Okay, you saved me. Even still, people are still going to want to probably part ways, just like Jade initially. He still wanted to get out of there.
Yeah.
He still didn't want to be held up, I guess. Mm-hmm. I don't know. So it did become a bit of a dictatorship, but for the right reasons, I guess.
it made them look crazy. I feel like, and someone had said it didn't make sense for him. Kenny shooting the gun made no sense, and it really didn't.
It didn't.
Wasted a
Like,
bullet.
they
Idiot.
already
Yeah.
shot the gun at everybody ran. You're gonna shoot another gun? Like it just didn't make any sense. If anything, the diner's right there. You could have got a knife and you could have stabbed the tire and said, "All right, everybody inside." Like,
Yeah.
Well, okay, because I don't know. I'm just if you take just a regular knife and you like go to pop a bus tire, like one, how much force, and two, is there
Ooh.
any like blowback from that? That I'm just curious. Like, is that
think
if you
about
do
that.
that, are you gonna just so
probably
It-
inside.
it-
Okay, you
Tire
know?
pressure can do that in some ways to an extent.
so I mean, Donna was extreme, but
It's Donna.
she
Yeah.
is unraveling so fast.
Yeah,
And
she's
even
losing
from a
patience.
psychological perspective, if you think about how long they've survived there, and every time new people come, it just keeps getting worse and worse. She's probably like, I'm so tired of this. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's
Part
not
of
trying to
this.
get out of there. She wants to stay. You know, she's like, this is our situation. Let's make the best
Yeah,
out of it.
make the
Everyone
best
else
of
is
what
like,
you
no,
got.
let's leave.
like,
She feels like I remember the Liz's answer, but I feel like Donna's content.
She is.
Donna's accepted the reality of her situation to me. Is it easy on her? No, because she's still unraveling. But I feel like out of everybody there, she's made the best of what she's got.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and then by Kenny, was it Kenny who shot? Wait, so Donna shot the tire first, and then Kenny pulled out his gun and shot, right?
Yeah.
That just goes to show you that Kenny's not the leader. He's
No.
not a good one, at least. I know he's young, he's still learning, but he has it in him. I just don't think he's ready per se.
His mindset's
he already
messed up.
shot first.
He's thinking too much about his dad, so he's not mentally there right now.
No,
Oh,
yeah, he's
shoot,
trying to
I
prove
forgot about
himself. I
that.
think.
Oh, that still breaks my heart.
Yeah.
That oh my god, that episode. Yeah, no, I get it. And it's a shame because Kenny's like you said, I'm sure he has it in him, but man, he just put on your big boy pants at this point.
Yeah, he has to grieve. I don't think he's grieved or had time to. Everyone
No,
was
that
all
he
up in
has
his
not.
face when his dad died, just all up in his face.
Yeah.
Wouldn't give him space. So, yeah.
True. Oh,
So-
ooh. He got what he deserved.
Yeah, he had it coming. Yeah, he definitely had that coming. Yeah. That was stupid. That was dumber than the little girl.
Yeah, that was.
That was stupid.
He
Like,
put
you really
everyone.
thought the monster was going to give you some? Like, what? Chill
I'm
out.
sorry.
He was making the best out of his situation.
Whatever,
We're
man.
all partying and having a good time. You mean you could just go get drunk in a corner?
Right. Because if we're all there at the kitchen table, we sit up there talking mad smack, like, you heard what?
He really
You
did the
could've
monster
talked
go
to
let
her.
him.
You just had to go see Annie. She do whatever everybody. Like, it wasn't that serious. It's at least one in the town. Come on.
I'm saying Colony House stink though. I don't know about that. I don't mean as much washing going on in Colony House.
Not
Oh
that.
my God.
The creature-
Oh, that's
Not
true.
old.
He did.
That's terrible.
That's literally like an ill. Like, ill. I'm leaving. What's her name? Mariah Revlon. Where's my pocketbook? I'm leaving, y'all.
But it may also have a question too about the monsters, because I remember in season 1 they said it's like they get inside your head. So do you think the monsters have some kind of like hypnotic power? Because they did say that it's like they get inside of your head. So maybe the little girl wasn't to blame. Maybe old boy trying to get the Critricity wasn't to blame. You know,
Maybe they were in a trance of some
Yeah.
sort. You thinking?
I think it's just a matter of breaking down that individual's will, because
Yeah.
I think with that older guy, with the kid, I would give some of the grace that, you know, she didn't understand, but I think he kind of did. And you could tell it wasn't a one-time conversation. Like, I felt like it kept happening. So I think it's a matter of just breaking your will. I'd like to know how they can spot the weak ones, but
I don't know.
It's like
do you
design.
think if Donna saw her sister, what do you think
yeah.
she would do in that situation? I mean,
Yeah.
I think
Because it feels like the monkey paw. We're just kind of like, what's your weakness? We're breaking you down. I see what your weakness is, whatever it is. Your ego, you're lonely. Nobody's saying nice things to you. Okay, let's pull you into like an incubus or something, you know? But I also feel like they're shapeshifters. So it's kind of like they can really show up and do anything they want to do. You just have to know you're not supposed to pay attention to them. Kind of like, and this is why it's kind of like a parallel to mental illness almost, if you think about it, with what we're seeing here, because they're going into madness. Eventually, people go into madness because there's nothing else, nowhere else to go. There's no hope.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
I think it's an illusion as well, because I think the deeper you go, the more things that you see. Because, I mean, yeah, those people at the bottom were alive, but if you look at their faces, they were dead. And then the ones on top of, like the earth were alive, but they actually had their faces. So I don't know how much of a difference that makes, or that's even a theory, but I think there's something that the deeper you go, the deeper your mind gets played with, because Victor was starting to see stuff. I don't think he saw too much before. And then I think, what's her face? Started seeing stuff too when she got trapped down underneath all the debris.
Tabitha, yeah.
So she started seeing that little, I don't know what that little demon creature was, but she saw like a glance of it. It looked like Gollum. I was like, that thing looked crusty as hell. But so she saw Gollum in that little like that little small like cave in the corner, even they were down there. And I was like, but that was an illusion. That wasn't real. So I don't know.
Do you think that those creatures were in their original forms down there? They looked different.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it looked like they were at peace in that home, man. No makeup, hair tied up, chilling.
The bonnet.
They were all just letting loose and letting free. Okay. I'm curious, what would they have to show you to make you consider, like, okay, like if they were on the other side and it was, a 10-piece nugget meal, I would be like, y'all are effed. I'm opening that window.
Well, man, honestly, if you did that, then I probably would have to be like, okay, just give me some fries while you at it.
I think somebody's watching them, though. I will, again, whether it be sci-fi or fantasy, I do think, like, that weird, crazy tower that he was in, like, somebody's watching all of them.
Yeah. Who's pulling the strings? It brings me back to that dummy. Why was he even there? What is this? I don't know.
It makes no sense.
And who's there who's not who they say they are? Do y'all get the feeling that this is like there's kind of an element to this? Somebody there is not
Victor.
I just think he's not all there.
You why. Victor has been there the longest. I feel like he made a deal for safety, because there is no way and I'm not saying children are stupid, but there's no way a child could consistently outlive everyone that's been. That man was a boy.
Yeah.
When he got there, Victor made some kind of deal, and that's why he's seeing stuff.
Yeah, still got that same lunchbox. He was spotted in the picture, the photo that Jade pointed out. That's interesting.
I don't know why she kept digging.
Yeah, who did say that?
Yeah. I'm like, Tabitha, darn it. Look what you did.
But somebody actually said that, though, didn't they? Tell your wife to stop digging. Who said that?
Yeah.
The guy on the radio, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Who we don't know.
Speaking of radio, that song in the beginning that came on in the diner, that Bob Dylan song. Did anyone notice it was Bob Dylan, first of all?
No idea.
Oh, okay.
What
well,
was
that song is based on, like, I looked at the lyrics. It's based on, like, a storm is coming. So it's just funny how they tied that into the episode. I was like,
oh, I like that detail.
Oh, wow.
I did not know, but I love that.
Yeah. And it was playing, it's the same song that was playing on the bus as well. Yeah, Yeah, look at those lyrics and really, yeah. I was like,
What was this? What was the
Mind
song, guys?
blown.
It wasn't "Times Are Changing." Was that it, or am I mixing 3 movies up? Because I've been watching a lot of stuff. Like,
Oh, I don't know. I have to look up that title again. But I know the song. Like I know the. I'm not gonna sing it, but I don't know the
or
title.
is that in case Sarah,
Shut up, RJ.
whatever will be?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get back to you on the actual like title.
Yeah,
Leave me alone.
that's nasty. Who
Great.
said that?
All right, well,
Well, in case y'all weren't familiar with the horror hour audience, that's our audience.
I mean, I'm
think
here
Victor
for it.
was
Look.
doing that, but
no.
You
Now
gotta
I'm
do what you
thinking
gotta do.
Leave Victor alone. He's a good boy.
I actually, honestly, Victor and Donna are my favorite characters. I can't stand the Matthews, so maybe something will happen with that.
So were you glad when the house fell on them?
Kind of, because they were doing stupid stuff.
Okay,
And
so
why were they just lingering? It's like you see the house falling. Wait, we got to do this, and the
Yeah,
other.
that was
Everybody's just lingering. Like, are y'all really not seeing this house crash? Like, I would have
Yeah.
killed wife. I'm out of here, dude.
that
first
thing was
one,
bound
no.
to crash. Look at how old that wood was. Like that whole town. I'm like, this ain't sturdy.
It's literally made of gingerbread. Like it crumbled. Like, and y'all just no, wait, I'm not leaving yet. Bye. That
Yeah,
would have been it.
Mm-mm.
That would have been it.
yeah. It couldn't be me though. Stuck down there. I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, leave me down here. Like, no, I'll take my chances. Let this house crumble, but you're gonna try and get me out, please.
Either that or y'all sliding me a gun. Like, I'm not doing this. Go ahead and slide it in.
Yeah, it sucks that the douchebag got out though. He was
the
okay.
one person that should have got trapped got out just fine.
Exactly.
Oh, before I forget, what do you guys think of the 2 women that ended up knowing each other, the 2 fiancés? I don't know their names.
Christy, and I can't
Christy.
remember. I don't remember
Yeah.
her fiance's name
I
at
don't
all.
I'm
remember.
blanking on her name.
Which I don't actually even know if they even said it, because I swear they just saw each other and it was like this embrace, and then that was it, kind of, you know.
Mhm.
Or
Yeah, I
Kenny,
think
like
the other one
"Not me
introduced herself
again,"
on the bus
you know.
to Elgin. I just forgot her name.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
she's like, my
Exactly
name
right.
is
And-
when she was helping him.
And
I
I
don't know,
feel
but that
like I
was so
remember her
sweet.
saying, "Oops, sorry. Go ahead."
Oh no, you're fine.
No, I just feel like I remember somebody saying that her fiance was like a nurse or something from the first
Mhm.
season. I feel like I've heard that before, but I could
Okay,
be lying.
okay.
Yeah. But it was so sweet. It made me cry. I'm like, oh, they're united. Like, imagine, she thought that she was missing. The
But
one that
the
you love thought you were missing that whole time, and then they end up in that shitstorm with you. Oops, sorry.
and then the mixed emotion of seeing them there, like, you cannot be here. I wish you would have never came here. Why did you come here? It's kind of like that mix of
Yeah.
emotions that's going through.
Right. Yeah.
But if anything, I hope that I would have wished that she would have leveraged her knowledge of where they're at to calm everybody down. Like, no, I know her. Like, she says this is going on. Let's just hear her out. Let's get inside. Instead of boom and then boom and now everybody's wondering. There's a lot of people that are going to die, I believe. A lot of people are going to die.
Yeah, definitely.
well,
Many.
now that y'all mentioned that, it's kind of funny because last season he knew that like that storm was coming, and he dug up all those graves, but he dug up like a lot of graves. I mean, yeah, a lot of those people died, but like he dug up some new ones too. So it's like, Vic, you and Elgin need to start talking like right now.
Ooh, okay.
Mm, yeah.
That was creepy when Victor did that too. I mean, I loved it. Like watching the show, I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, that gave me chills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Victor, Sarah, Jade, Elgin need to sit in a room with Boyd, and they need to tell everything they know.
Yeah.
I don't know about Jade.
He's kind of smart. He has to because it's got to be a blend. It's got to be a blend of sci-fi, supernatural. It's something. The more people just need to start talking and
he's a
connecting
smart.
dots.
He's a smart idiot.
Yeah.
Exactly, and he's incredibly selfish.
Yeah.
So
I love him. I don't know why. I don't know. You always need that one character.
That
you
one
know?
person.
He has the best lines. The way
He
the actor
does.
himself delivers those lines,
Yeah.
all right, that's actually true.
hilarious.
He does.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, his intro in season 1 was the fact that he thought this was a whole elaborate, actors and everything. Like, it's a whole setup. I was cracking up, but at a certain point, I was like, oh, dude, just come on.
No, he really thought he was the main character. Like, all of this for me, like, he really thought it was about him.
Yeah, and that's where that ego comes in.
Yeah. I did feel bad for him though, in this episode in particular, because his plan failed. He thought he had this fantastic plan. It could have worked very, but it failed, and now it's like, dang, I'm back at
Square zero.
Yeah.
He's back to being a
So
douche.
that frustration. Well, yeah, there's that, but then there's an even bigger douche on the bus.
How about we put them in the room and make them fight?
Well, we know Jade can't fight.
would
Let's
not.
be serious.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, that'd be an L. Automatic L.
He's the brain, the other guy is the brawn. It wouldn't be pretty.
Jade is the mouth. He's the smart mouth.
African Grey. We didn't get to see Sarah this episode. She went through a faraway tree, right? Too last.
They both
we
did,
don't know
but
where
we don't know where
Yeah.
she ends up.
Where she ended up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
definitely.
right?
Yeah. Like, that pissed me off big time.
Like I said, Jade is rude.
I don't know where he thinks he is.
My thing is, he really went through Victor's stuff like he's dead. Like, dang, you can't.
It was that moment. I was like, you know what? I hope you get it.
You don't know how to talk to kids.
I wouldn't even said that. I'd have been like, well, we don't know what's going on. Let's just go ahead and go through so see what we can find. Now he's dead. Don't worry about it.
I mean, he ain't hear you. So I mean, it's like he ain't his feelings ain't gonna be hurt.
Golly.
And knowing Victor, he'd be like, "You dead too? I dug you a grave just like everybody else." So I mean, what's up? What's happening? Like that's what I'm.
I would love
like.
to see
We
Victor
have nothing
give
better
a
to do
clap
right now.
back.
We're trapped here. Like.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I don't know. I love this show. I'm really interested to see where it goes. It's almost like not a lot happened this episode, but the show is so detailed and so deep that we have so much to talk about. Like I could go on and on and on about theories and stuff like that. But
I got one more thing though. Just
go ahead.
One last quick thing. When he was climbing out of climbing up the rope, my only problem was that is this still an illusion like we were talking about earlier because he saw his son down there? So it's like, is he dead? Or are you another realm or the time travel like y'all been talking about? So that's the number one question I want to know.
Do you think it might be like mind games, like a psyche kind of thing? Like, or demon possession, or that's what I think. I think that these creatures are used to playing mind games and they can get inside your head and make you see things. And I really believe that the faces that I don't even think they're shape shifting. I think they're projecting.
I think it's projection that I don't know, it's like ectoplasm or anything, but it's something that is very demonic or dark. But it depends, I guess, how you look at it, because if you said there's good symbols and bad symbols, then I don't know.
I mean, I like that idea of projection because, again, I think it's really they're causing chaos. They're here to mess with you, and they're here to like drag you into despair. Is really what it seems like. Yeah. And also, side note, when his son was helping them try and like move boards from the torn down house or the collapsed house, I'm like, did you like break your arm kind of thing? What do you be doing?
Yeah.
You're not going to be much help.
But I was thinking the same thing too. Like, get off the house, get off the
roof. Step back, get back.
Look, but that's a good point, though. The possession, I would go with it because we still don't know what these things are called. And again, if it's an entity, a name gives you power over it. So they're on a journey here. There's a lot of stuff. It can go, like you guys say, it can go either way. There's so many dots that we can't even fill in the blanks right now.
I don't know.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I'd kill me. I'm good.
Cam, give me the gun. I'm staying the night underneath this house.
Hey, I ain't got nowhere else to be or nothing else to do. Come on. What am I do? That's how I look at it. Like, what are we gonna do
Oh
at
my
this
I'm
point?
good.
So
I don't want no parts of it.
I would have given those people on the bus a choice. You can't save everyone. That's the thing, you know.
yeah.
Look, either you believe me or you don't. I'll do my best to convince you, but
Yeah.
and it's more
Yeah.
mouths to feed. How much food do they have in that diner?
Oh yeah, dang, that is right.
They're gonna be starving soon. Come on in.
Shouldn't
Like,
control.
no.
They could pull off a
Keep
yellow
on
jacket
driving.
and just say, you know what? You all can just go ahead and die. It's cool. We're gonna eat it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. You can't save everyone, but I also feel like at this point, why don't you have a welcoming committee? Why haven't you gone over different ways people respond and figure out the best kind of ways to combat that? Even though I know it's extremely difficult to predict human behavior, I feel like this is like y'all never have a plan for this shit. People pull up, but you never have a plan.
They never expected like a bus to pull through.
They never expect one or two people or three people. They never know what to do, apparently.
What happens if they
handled it a
pull
little
that?
bit
I
better.
feel like they had a system though. I feel like they had a system that was pretty decent, and I guess chaos. No, that family, the main family who moved in, just kind of ruined that. To me, they're the S starters.
Y'all
But I
really
felt like
hate-
they had a
y'all
system
hate
and they
Matt
just
and
abandoned
Kevin,
it.
huh?
So
I mean, I think part of it too, like Boyd's not there currently, and I think that's the
Yeah.
other thing. He's what holds everything together, or at least
Okay.
he keeps them calm ish. And
Yeah.
he could have been, you know, I would say yes. I think they were prepared for before, but how many people were on that bus? Mind you, the freaking lady who's dancing in the rain.
Yeah.
I liked her.
Grandma, relax. Bring it
She
down.
was like yoga lady from Orange is the New Black. I didn't even know her name, but that's all I thought.
Jones, yeah.
Look, she making the best out of hell. Okay. She-
She was like, "We've been on the bus. I know some of y'all stink. Come get this water in this rain."
oh my gosh.
I'm curious because I, you know, I mean, I've got a good poker face, but what do you guys want to see in the upcoming episodes?
I would like to see Elgin finally talk, but in all seriousness, I would like to see something revealed about the doll and if it has like a trapped essence in it or what the importance is behind that.
I want to see, I guess now that Christy has her lover back, her girlfriend. I don't know if they were engaged, I think, right? Her fiance. I want to learn a little bit more about them and if they're going to make this thing work, given that Kenny is in love with her, you know. So I'm
And
interested
I
in
just
that sort of
hijacked that. So
dynamic.
sorry.
And I want more flashbacks to the preacher because I feel like he died off in the first season a little too fast without knowing too much. So that was kind of like, it wasn't a bad thing, but I think there's a lot more to the story than just like the bag in the ground and how he got that.
Yeah.
He was my favorite character of actually season 1. His death hit me hard.
Yeah.
Because
This show again. Yeah, that one was a hard one. This show is just interesting because again, it can go so many places, but the fun part for me is just filling in the blanks. Like we were just talking about the crazy dancing lady in the rain. What if she just did a rain dance and made the rain start? See, that's this kind of stuff.
I know you don't believe that.
Look, I don't believe it, but it's the what if. We don't have enough information yet to like really build this story, you know? So it's like, excuse me. So it's like my brain is going every bit away, and it's a wild ride. Those are the best shows to me because I like when it's not something that's easily figured out. It's not the average hero journey, the average anti-hero journey. There's so much stuff happening here that there's no way for us to grasp where it's going. So I'm enjoying that aspect of the show. No predictions for me. But she could have did a rain dance. Y'all don't know.
That was no damn rain dance.
Y'all don't own the rain dance. The rain dance trademark.
That was not no damn rain dance.
Oh my gosh.
Let me see. What do I predict? Oh, my theories. I would like, although I'm not like keen on having to have answers, I absolutely would like to know a little bit more about the magic and how it works. You know, the talismans are a great advancement as far as knowledge of how the place works, but I would want to know at least not the origin of the creatures, but like how they came to be in that particular town and what their job is basically. Are they wranglers? Are they? I don't know. I don't know. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
I just want answers, y'all. That's it. That's all. Just give me answers.
You're tired of waiting.
Elgin, start talking. Start talking.
That's yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Elgin. Yeah, he's
Please.
going to be key to a lot. I feel like the people that know stuff should really sit down and talk together. So, but we'll see, I guess. So, anybody else got any other quick thoughts before we wrap it up and get on out of here?
Nope. Just looking forward to the next episode.
Same
Nope.
here. Same here.
Yeah.
So,
That's
before we
really
get out of here, Cam, where can we find you at?
At Blurred Up Reacts on all social platforms for a little bit longer. We got some big things happening, so just stay tuned.
And
I was like,
Jay,
uh-oh.
Right, got a lot going on over there. And Jay, where can we find you at, man? And what you got going on?
Find me on TikTok, Hero Harrison Talk, and just posting a lot of content on there right now. Still trying to figure some other things out, but I'm doing a lot of videos. I'm going to start doing some more live shows, pop quizzes. So check me out on TikTok.
Cool. Sounds fun. Desiree, where can we find you at?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram, Desiree Geraldine. That's it.
Okay. And Yutaka, co-host of the Horror Hour. Where can we find you at? What do you have going on? I know you have a lot planned, but what you have going on? Where can we find you?
I have a lot planned. We'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
I mean, you can find us at the Horror Hour TV. And yeah, we just got more reviews, some interviews coming up, and lots of the same rotted, gutted content that y'all come for. So yeah.
Cool. And you can find me at whatever link is in the description below. I can't remember what I put. So just go down there and click that and follow me, whatever. With that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It has been a pleasure. Make sure you tune in next week as we break down episode 2 of season 2 from. It has been a pleasure working with you guys. Thank you. Have a great day. Later days.